rain last night, but he said it was a little iffy right around 30, and you know, we managed to through. Maybe the train's going to cut it. So it's wonderful to be here. Hi, Mr. Boy.
Speaking of the case, look at him right here. You'll know lots of kids, and I'm so glad Carolyn Holly with us down on the street. We're going to talk to so many of them because you know when it comes to that kids love, parades rank right up there at the top.
That's right. We have more than 100 entries in this parade this year, and a lot of people have put a lot of work into this parade over the years. The story goes about 10 years ago, the Chamber of Commerce decided it couldn't keep going on with the parade, and so a group of volunteers took over, the Holiday Parade Association. And Bob, you've talked with one gentleman who really did put a lot of work into that.
That's right. When it comes to giving credit where credit is due, one name stands out amongst all the others, and that is Jim Hogan. He's the one who took over, as you mentioned, when the city sort of put the hands off on the parade. He took over. He was the individual who started putting things together. It was a real tough time for him this year because all the work he put into it, he couldn't see the fruits of his labor. He had to leave. In fact, he is not watching this parade at the time. He took a new job, I believe it was in Ohio. But anyway, we have a piece that we want to show you right now about Jim Hogan, and here it is. Jim, give me a sales pitch for this year's parade.
We've got something for almost everybody in the parade. We're going to have good weather. We've got some good Channel 7 broadcasters to bring it to you if you can't get out of the house, but we're going to have a good crisp fall day, and I think it'll be a fun time for the whole family.
And after 11 years of dedicated service for the holiday parade, where is Jim?
During this parade, after working on it all year long, I will be in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Channel 7's beam doesn't reach Cincinnati.
Jim's made a great career move. We're happy for him, but sure will miss him. I think you'll agree he is an exceptional man, and he is putting in lots of hours into this parade, and you're about to see the fruit of his labor, even if he can't himself.
Well, Bob, another thing that I would like to mention, as I said before, we have over 100 entries in this parade, and they have been up and judging early this morning. People have put their entries together, and it's just an absolute, it's becoming more sophisticated every year. As a matter of fact, I know the Holiday Parade Association sponsored a float building school this year, and that means we're probably going to see some more exciting floats this year. Let's take a look at some of our 1986 winners, and when we come back, we're going to tell you how some of the judging is carried out.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight we're having tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking
And as you can see, some beautiful, beautiful parade floats from last year. We had some absolutely wonderful entries, and I'm told that they're even better this year. Real briefly, I just want to tell you that those floats last year and this year are judged on the basis of like the theme execution of the parade, the originality shown, and costumes and characters and design and construction, and you're going to see a lot of that coming up in just a few minutes. And now, Bob, take it away.
Okay. As we mentioned a few moments ago, Carolyn Holly is down on the street right now, and so are countless thousands of people ready for this parade to begin. Carolyn?
You're right, Bob and AK. I'm going to be able to bring you the parade kind of from the bird's eye view down here. I'll be talking with people in the parade as well as some of the people on the side. Thanks to Fred Myers, they have given us the opportunity to interview people representing some of the community groups that make the holiday season around Boise such a special one. We'll be talking with the Toys for Tots people, the food warehouse folks, see what kind of supplies they're going to need this year around. Also, we'll be talking with the Parade Association to see how tough it really is to get a parade going in our capital city. Now, earlier this week, I had a chance to talk with our Grand Marshal, and in case you haven't heard who that is, it is the Mayor of Boise, Dirk Kempthorne. I talked to him about Boise and the people. When you're asked about Boise, what is the first thing that pops into your mind?
The people and the places. The people are outstanding. We have such a group of talented, giving folks that it's just tremendous. I say that because so many visitors to the city, and you've read letters to the editor, you've talked to our visitors, they say that they've never found a community that's friendlier or that has more giving spirit. I also add the places. We have so many places that these people get to use, such as the Greenbelt, the Morrison Center, the Grove downtown. The list is so long that when you have a combination like that, the physical with the people, you're going to have a tremendous city.
You know, some people say our city's getting too big. Are we prepared for some of the situations that face bigger cities that we're seeing now?
That's always a challenge that we have to deal with. The cure, though, would not be to stop growing, because then you'll have stagnation and you won't be able to bring about some of the increased amenities that we have. You won't be able to pay for some of the other services that are so critical. So, no, I think that you can have a balance. I think you can have orderly growth that brings with it vitality and new life, and I think our future is very bright.
We're going to talk about the parade now. We get to see your family in the parade. They'll be riding with you. Can you share any Kempthorne Christmas secrets with the people of Boise?
Well, let's see. Christmas Eve is very special at our house. We have our dinner where the family is together, and we've tried there to try a few new traditions. Like last year, I think we tried goose, and it didn't work, so we'll try something else for dinner this year. But after dinner, we go to our church, the Methodist Church, for the Christmas Eve service. And then we go home, and everybody gets to open one gift. And then it's time for the kids to go off to bed, and they've set out the cookies, of course, for Santa. And then there's a few other folks at work after the kids have trundled off, and Christmas mornings is terrific. I think it's like any home. It's full of the joy and surprises of all that's there under the gift, and probably most importantly is just it's that special time with the families together.
Finally, how about a holiday wish for the people of Boise from you, the mayor, the Grand Marshal?
Oh, I would just say that as all of us feel right now, as the holiday seasons are with us, that good feeling, just that same feeling could be with us throughout the year. Caring for one another, caring about our community, and working together, because we have so much in store for us. So I guess that spirit would be with us throughout the year.
And that was our 1987 holiday parade. Grand Marshal Dirk Kempthorne. The fun is just about to begin, but before that, let's get to a word from one of our sponsors of the parade.
A company like Fred Meyer has a lot of traditions, but the one that we're proudest of was started by our founder himself. That is the tradition of helping others. That's why our company makes donations to the Salvation Army every year. This holiday, we encourage you to give what you can to the charity of your choice. And on behalf of the more than 15,000 employees who make up our Fred Meyer family, I want to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1987 Holiday Parade here in downtown Boise. Less than a block away, we have a show to begin this year.
That's absolutely right. I might mention that music you hear is provided by Don Cedarson Sound, and that's the official Holiday Parade band. And there we go, our first look at the 1987 Holiday Parade. Thousands of people are out on the streets enjoying this beautiful weather and beautiful color and beautiful parade, and it's just a great holiday. I always get so excited this time of year. I can't tell you.
Yeah, you're not the only one. We even have kids waving at us.
Sure. Hi, guys. They look like they're having a good time.
That's right. What you're looking at right now is the Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps marching unit. That's they're going to be conducting a fancy rifle drill and carrying out national and state flags, marching in formation there. That's the official banner and the official band of the 1987 Holiday Parade.
And I might mention, while we're waiting for the JROTC to get into place here and show off some of their fancy stuff, a lot of churches in the area are doing their holiday bazaars, and that's a good time right after the parade to go out and stop in on some of those folks. It's an exciting time of year. This is really the kickoff of the holiday season, starting with this parade and then Thanksgiving and all the fun. And here we go with a little jazzy music. Let's listen. These are high school students who are in ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Corps.
And looking pretty sharp at that. I tell you, AK, one of the things I'm looking forward to, and I have to confess, one of the favorite things about the parade that I like are the marching bands, and we have one coming up very shortly, the Capitol High School Band. If you like bands, we're going to give you a chance to listen to this 1987 Holiday Parade band. We're going to be going down to Carolyn Holly in just a few moments to see what the reaction is from the people right down there on the streets. We're just across the street from the State House. We have people sitting up at the State House Capitol steps, people lining the streets for as far as I can see, and we understand that the parade extends for quite a distance, and we have a lot to show you in the coming hour or two. And we want to give out special thanks, by the way, too.
Great turnout. You're looking at the Capitol High School drill team right now, marching toward our cameras, and behind them is the Capitol High School marching band. And I have a feeling they're about ready to break into song.
So those marchers right there are known as the Capitol High Band and Golden Girls. They placed first place this year in the Southeastern Washington Cavalcade of Bands in Pasco, Washington. For the 9th time in 10 years, the unit took first place at the District 3 marching competition here at BSU.
The drum majors are Darren Scruggs and Kim Berg, and they received the Outstanding Drum Major Award also at this event. So take a look at this group doing their thing. The drill team captains, by the way, are Desiree Cheney and Heather Hansen, and the directors of this band are John King and Julie Stevens. Let's give them some credit, and let's watch them do their stuff. Pretty outfits. Most of our Boise area bands receive all kinds of accolades wherever they go. The Bora High School band you'll be seeing later on. Let's listen for a second to Capitol High band.
As you can see, all eyes on that band, and Mom and Dad helping out, keeping their kids warm. And we also have to introduce right now our Grand Marshal, Mayor Kempthorne, and he's riding that 1932 Ford Roadster, driven by Gene Crispin from Mountain Home. We should mention after the mayor fulfills his duties of officialdom, he will be joining us right here.
That's right, and also with the mayor is his lovely wife, Pat, who is always at his side on just about every event you see. She's a very active First Lady in the city of Boise. Mayor Kempthorne took office, was elected in 1980. The election of 85 was sworn into office in 1986.
And is one of the more fashionable mayors we've had.
That's right. He shows up everywhere with us.
How do you like that? He even gives a high
Wave
bob,
to the
high
mayor.
AK.
And there you see Miss Boise, Stephanie Smith.
Stephanie's looking in good form also. I remember judging the contest from which she won, and that was always an exciting event too. Love those pageants, love those parades. They both are similar type of events in that she gets out, it's very visible, and she's representing our city very well.
I might mention that Stephanie Smith is a student at Boise State University, and she is a harpist. And she's played the harp for 11 years, a very talented young lady. She is a partner in a family business with her father and her brothers, and she handles public relations for the family business. So she's a very busy young lady. Here we have, is there anything more magical than walking into a doll shop at Christmas? Here, every fantasy of childhood is realized. The magic of these singing dolls coming up on this next float just radiates warmth and sunshine to all who hear them. They're the voices of the Sunshine Generation and Sound Stations. This singing and dancing group is directed by Gail McKee. So here we have the Sunshine Generation and Sound Station, and this group you see in all of our parades.
I think you recognize the music too. It goes back several decades.
Oh, it does, Bob. Or should I admit that?
You can, I certainly will.
Maybe that's music new to this generation, huh?
What a beautiful morning. I can't get over this. I know I was talking to Rick last, well, so are you. In fact, less than about 12 hours ago, Rick was saying, well, I don't know, could be some sprinkles, and that may hold true because it is not exactly a clear day out, but the sun has peeked through. We have beautiful weather, and as far as the November parade goes, we are very fortunate to have a morning like this.
Okay, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs are off to work with their home-built ore cart here. Now, this entry is sponsored by the Ada County Highway District, interestingly enough. Also, the Valley Commuter Ride program that transports workers from Canyon, Elmore, and Ada counties to their jobs in Boise every day. The Dwarfs are family members of the Van Pool drivers, and Snow White is an employee of the Highway District.
Funny, okay, sing along.
I don't think so.
As I said, we're right across the street from the State House on this beautiful morning, and all kinds of people are sitting up at the State House steps, and they're getting a very, very good view, as are people out on the street. We're going to be going to Carolyn Holly in just a moment to find out what some of them think about this parade.
Here are the Showstoppers. It's a singing and dancing company for girls between the ages of 4 and 16. It's directed by Eloise Carlson and Julie Splan. Showstoppers gives girls the opportunity to develop singing and dancing skills in a stimulating environment. A lot of opportunity for performing. Kind of gets that self-confidence built up there.
And take a look at this. You couldn't pay me to try something like this, but this is the Rolling Stone Unicycle Club. About 5 to 10 participants had planned to join this parade. This guy's colorfully dressed. In fact, he's dressed in nothing.
We'll be seeing them throughout the parade route. I think they pop up from time to time, Bob. At least that's the way they did it last year. What an interesting torso that gentleman has.
He's got more tattoos on stuff than I've seen on a lot of people. Takes a lot of balance, as you can see, and they're doing an impressive job in front of the thousands of people that have lined the streets here in downtown Boise.
Kids love this. They just love this.
What we're about to see is the Fairmont Junior High School Band.
This is something I really like to see, Bob. There are 81 8th and 9th graders in this group, and I think it's wonderful to see them get out here. The 8th and 9th grade cheerleaders are carrying the banner. The baton twirler is Kyla Sakura.
The band is directed by Phil Keela Sakura, and the band is directed by Phil Runquist. The cheerleader advisor is Chris Stone, and by the way, if you have not heard about this band, marching band at the Fairmont Junior High School, it's part of a total program which includes concert band and jazz band. These Fairmont bands have earned a pretty good reputation. They've earned superior ratings at music festivals they've participated in, and let's take a listen.
Listen to these. They are strong.
Busy. This is Vera Cedarstrom with the Holiday Parade Association. And Vera, I know you've been planning this since the day the parade ended last year.
That's just about right, Carolyn. Really.
It seems like you have more bands this year. Were you able to get more musical instruments into the parade?
I believe so. I know there are 15 bands.
Tell me about your organization, Vera, because after some people see the parade here, they may want to get involved and be part of the holiday spirit around this area.
We are a group of people who just love parades, and we're not connected with the Boise Chamber of Commerce or downtown people as far as associations are concerned. We have our own entity, and we welcome anybody, just anybody, to come and join us if they love to put on parades.
Well, I think there probably are a lot of people around here who would like to join you, but maybe they don't know how.
All they have to do is call me, 375-4711, or the parade number is 375-3188.
Okay, we'll have those numbers available at Channel 7 if you need those numbers as well. So let's go back, take a look at what these Holiday Parade Association people have been doing for the whole year, getting this parade ready.
Thanks a lot, Carolyn. And I've just got to say, it seems to get better every year. This is my 6th holiday parade in Boise, Idaho, and I love it.
It's the 39th annual holiday parade. This goes back a lot of years. And right now we're taking a look at a very precious little girl, Miss Angela Nicole Eaton. She is Miss Junior Idaho Petite. Angela's 5 years old and just returned from the Nationals show at the Beverly Hilton. She is the daughter of Gail and Bonnie Eaton of Boise, Idaho.
Okay, folks, here we have it. The Grand Marshal's Trophy coming up here was awarded to this float, the Idaho First National Bank. The theme is Sweet Fantasy. Oh, anyone with a sweet tooth can appreciate this. It begins when you walk through the candy tree forest and follow the jelly bean path to Grandma's house. You pass through the candy cane gate and sample the lemon drop bushes, the gumdrop hedge, or the lollipop flowers. The gingerbread house covered with candy and icing looks good enough to eat. The gingerbread children are now making a snowman, and the magical rocking horse is ready to deliver the gingerbread cookies that Grandma just took out of the oven.
And we're about to see the Spitter Baton Corporation Marching Group. It's a twirling group made up of girls between the ages of 6 and 10. You know that you get started early on this kind of thing. Be any good, that's what we've heard. The group is part of the Caldwell City Recreation Programs. It's been together only since mid-July, but they're looking for new members of any age. The director and coach is Tana Farnworth.
Okay, here they go. Watch this. You know, it takes a lot of concentration, and it takes a lot of courage to get out there and do something like that.
That's right, especially since the group has been together for only such a short time.
That's right. They're pretty darn good when you stop and look at that. That's not easy to do. Hey, even some tricky movements like that.
Good for them.
And here you see the lovely Kay Kinsey, Miss Idaho USA 1988. And I've had the great opportunity to work with Kay at one time or another, and she is a professional, a sharp young lady, and she's a senior at Boise State University right now. She's majoring in sociology, and she plans to get her master's degree in counseling and guidance. And I've got to tell you, Kay is one of those very sharp, perceptive individuals. She travels around the state promoting Idaho, promoting its people, and she's a fantastic representative of our state.
How would you like to have a coat like hers?
I'd love it. I'd like to ask her, Kay, is that warm? I bet it is.
I'll bet it is, too.
The practical thing every woman in Idaho should own in the wintertime.
There you go. We're going to take a look at a Buy in Idaho float right now under a red convertible. The theme is Shop Idaho for Christmas. We have the children in the product of Idaho t-shirts, gifts, and shirts, and large Christmas packages. And we've heard a lot about the Buy in Idaho campaign. Well, this is one way of representing that on the streets during the 1987 holiday parade. In a moment, a look at the Hillside Junior High Band. You see them on the screen now. Such a day, I can't get over this. If you'll indulge me one more time. It's, here we are, mid-November, and the weather has been absolutely gorgeous. I don't see anybody shivering.
Good to be true. That's right. There are 80 students in this band. We have a couple of large instruments you're going to see coming up right here in the front row, and they play a lot of different songs here. Their tune this year is Good King, oh, I don't even want to try saying it, Wenceslas or something like that. I never did hear it pronounced correctly.
In any event, they're going to be playing any moment now. We're going to be sure and take a listen. Carolyn Holly down on the streets, talking to some more kids, parents, and families that are out here on the 1987 holiday parade. And they are certainly agreeing that the time is well spent.
Mike Martin is the director of this band, by the way. I think we're about to hear them.
Looks like they're ready to play. We'll listen. Well, I certainly am impressed. Sounded great.
You know, it's really wonderful to see kids at this age getting involved in marching band. I think having had that experience myself, I just have to reminisce and sort of remember.
What did you play?
I played the flute and the piccolo and then the viola in orchestra, so I had a lot of fun. Okay, let's take a look at the Indian guides. I think it's kind of an appropriate thing. We just had some Indians here with the band. The YMCA brings back a frontier memory from the theme of magical moments from the past. Now, this float was designed and hand-built by the parents and children of the Indian Guide program with the YMCA. Now, the program promotes parent and child relationships and the family and the home, and so it's a good chance for folks to work together. And right up there in the front, carrying the banner, oh, I wish, can we get a shot there of that banner one more time? We see our own Ann Kelly, married to Fat Kelly, one of our reporters on News Center 7. Oh, look at these young engines.
And always so colorful. Parades are supposed to be that way, and this one is no exception. So many colors out of this mid-November morning.
It's kind of nice, the parents and the children out walking together and having a good time. And parents seem to be enjoying the dress-up just as much as the kids.
We're going to take a look at the Idaho Food Bank warehouse truck now. A truck to collect food for the needy, decorated volunteers to walk alongside and collect them. The kids in the streets looking on as the truck rolls by. It services 85 to 90 food banks statewide, 24 food banks in the Treasure Valley area, primarily sponsored by churches. These emergency food programs include soup kitchens, meals for shut-ins, and pantries for the elderly and low-income facing emergencies. And for those who would like to donate, keep this number in mind, 336-9643. We should mention the 1987 Holiday Parade is being telecast right here on KTVB Channel 7, and it is sponsored in full by Fred Meyer.
A company like Fred Meyer has a lot of traditions, but the one that we're proudest of was started by our founder himself. That is the tradition of helping others. That's why our company makes donations to the Salvation Army every year. This holiday, we encourage you to give what you can to the charity of your choice. And on behalf of the more than 15,000 employees who make up our Fred Meyer family, I want to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays.
Watch the Broncos take on the Vandals Saturday at 5 o'clock on Channel 7.
You're looking at the South Junior High School Marching Band, 77 members strong. The band director is Harry Simons. Welcome back to the 1987 Holiday Parade. The 8th grade cheerleaders in this group are Susan Durst. Oh, wait, excuse me. The 8th grade cheerleaders are in this group, and Susan Durst is the faculty advisor. Mary Lovelace is the advisor to the 9th grade cheerleaders, also in this group. What a good-looking bunch of kids. Nice colors. They look sharp. They're playing Music for a Festival and Espiritu del Alamo. And there will be a special drum cadence. I don't know if we're going to get to hear that, but they have played this through the parade route. The Downfall of Paris is what it's called. They have won the winner in a large group annual music festival for the past 26 years in the first division. And I can see why.
And now we look at the winner of the Sweepstakes Award, Idaho Power. And it looks a beautiful float. The Sweepstakes Award and trophy goes to the float that you're watching right now.
This is a correction here. That is the Coeur d'Alene Chamber of Commerce winning this. Coeur d'Alene is celebrating its 100th birthday this year. Now, this float is designed after one of the side-wheeler boats that traveled Lake Coeur d'Alene. The Idaho is what it's called. The Chamber of Commerce Commodores built this float, and they represent the city of Coeur d'Alene in all of the parades. The Lake City Days is the second weekend in May every year, and they're inviting all of you here in Boise to travel to Coeur d'Alene and celebrate Lake City Days. The Lake City Days queen is Janine Lucas, princesses are Donna McDonald, Tammy Merritt, and the Kootenai Junior Miss is Jennifer Jones.
And now look at the beautiful and talented Miss Idaho Teen USA, Renee Griggs. She is Miss Idaho Teen USA, representing our state at the Miss Teen USA pageant in July of 1988. She is a sophomore at Centennial High School.
I might add that the students at Centennial High are pretty proud of Renee. I've talked to a few of them, and it's just very special to them to have one of their own representing the state.
Oh, she certainly is the pride of the
Is
school.
she a beautiful gal?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very talented and very sharp. I've talked with her too, and you know, these young ladies are so sharp. Okay, picking right up here. We've got the Linder Elementary Swing Choir. This is made up of the 4th and 5th grade students, and they rehearse, get this, during their lunch recess. Kids who are willing to give up. And I think we're going to get a chance to listen to them. 5 kids in that group.
Right now we're looking at some off-road vehicles. Idaho Off-Road, 5 trucks, and the Idaho Off-Road and Boise Pizza Company are sponsoring this entry.
I gotta tell you, there's one of those, one of the things about Idaho is that you can get out and roar through some of these areas. We have to be a little bit careful about not trashing the hillside and things like that, but...
Now, four-wheeling is a favorite with a lot of people here.
Sure.
And
Well, we do have a lot of unimproved roads, and that's the way you get to the back country. It's very... Oh, and check out this skier on the back of this truck. We've got Godzilla really going for it.
we hear music in the background that can only mean another marching band, and it is the Kuna Cavemen Marching Band. Kuna High School. Performing some magical Christmas moments featuring Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And bands are directed by Mrs. Kay Hyland. Let's listen. Right now, Carolyn Holly is standing by, out in the streets, ready to talk to yet another parade watcher, an avid fan. And Carolyn, take it away.
Bob and AK all along the parade route, they are collecting canned goods for the Idaho Food Warehouse. And with me is Wilma Smith. What kind of food do you need this year, Wilma?
We need any kind of canned goods that we can store for a while before we move it on out to the hungry people in Idaho, and anything like that. Mostly canned goods, not perishables, because they won't keep long enough.
Okay, this is a difficult time for some people, the holiday season. Anything in particular that people can give if they want to?
You know what we need a lot of are volunteers. We need volunteers to work down at the food bank to help get that food out. We are actually a warehouse, but we want to be in the transportation business. We want to move that food out and get it to the hungry people. If you'll get the canned goods to us, we need those, definitely.
Okay, but you also need manpower. Now, we all know, all of us in the media, and of course our viewers as well, it was a tough year last year because of the computer problems with the food stamps and that type of thing. Are you expecting a little bit better Christmas time for some of the needy this year?
The count is still way high. There are lots of hungry people in Idaho. You know, there's enough food out there if we'll just share it. It isn't because there isn't enough food. We do have lots of food in Idaho. People just need to share it with the hungry people.
Where are some of the places they can drop off the food?
Well, at the Idaho Food Bank Warehouse, which is out on Reserve Street. We need it there. And you have a barrel at your at Channel 7?
Right, always during the holiday season. We have a barrel for food right in the lobby at 7. Just walk in the door on Fairview Avenue and plop your food right in there. Thank you for being with us, Wilma. Back to you, Bob and AK.
That's right. You're looking at another one of our prize winners. This is the Compton Transfer Mayflower float. Mayflower is a moving tradition for 60 years. They proudly honor the first movers of America, a pioneer family, of course. And this is the heritage float. The pioneer family is loaded up to head for the new frontier in their oxen-pulled covered wagon. The wheels are slowly turning here. And this is the Holiday Parade Association trophy was awarded to this particular float. And oh my goodness, look who's coming. This is great. Freddie the Bear from Fred Meyer. And who's that guy on the back there? Who is that guy? The kids love him. There he is. Alf, our very own alien life form. You see him on Monday nights on KTVB. He's got to be one of my favorites, I'll tell you. I always like the guy with a smart lip, you know?
And that's the truth. You know, we should mention we have a very distinguished citizen and leader of our citizenry with us, the one and only distinguished mayor of the city of Boise, the capital of Idaho, Mr. Dirk Kempthorne. How's that for an introduction?
Boy, Bob, that is terrific. Hi, AK.
We're happy to have you with us here this morning.
Well, thank you. This is a tremendous parade.
You've just looked at the Tudor Time float with the, there it is again. with the theme of the little drummer boy. That has centers in 3 locations in Boise with care for infants, toddlers, 3, 4, 5s, and after-schoolers. And I know that's kind of a favorite theme of you and your wife is child care.
It is. Pat is very involved in child care, and you know, I think it's so important that we're all realizing that too, that if we get them off to a good start, well, we're all going to be in great shape.
You make a very good Grand Marshal, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you. That was a real honor to be allowed to do so.
Right now, look at the Maple Grove Grange. Stagecoach, horses. You see the children inside waving. This, by the way, is a 100-year-old stagecoach with a team of horses. It's owned by Don Summers, sponsored by the Maple Grove Grange. Children riding in it. There's a leader up there and the horses. And for 100 years old, that is holding up very well, don't you think?
And this beautiful young lady you're looking at right here is Trisek Krapovich, who is the Caldwell Night Rodeo Queen this year. She's riding her white horse, Buck, dressing in red sequins and a silver... Well, actually, she's not wearing the red sequins today, but it is a beautiful red outfit. She has red and white flowers attached to Buck. And I got to tell you, Buck is the greatest rodeo horse in the world. I've seen him do a run around the arena with Teresa on the back.
Now, this is one of my favorite floats. Get a look at that logo on the back of that jacket.
What kind of a bird is that?
Great jacket.
That's a group of characters in there.
Yeah, that's a KQFC Shorty's Country and Western Saloon ride. There's a horse and wagon with about 8 to 10 folks in there, giving us a nice big wave.
They're having a good
Giving you
time.
a nice big wave
And I
back.
sure like that jacket.
What do you think about this weather? A little bit on the nippy side, but who is complaining?
It's delightful out here.
Oh, KJ
Thanks,
Mack
KJ.
just threw us some thanks
candy.
a lot. Gave us some candy. Well, we're not going to be talking for the next few minutes, so chewing on our taffy.
You betcha. Carolyn Holly is, of course, on the streets talking to some of the kids. You know, this is really their parade, isn't it? Parents have seen this over the years, but this is truly one of the better family events to hit Boise.
It is, and as I went along the parade route, why the number of kids that are out there is just, it's so special to see those little hands waving so energetically towards you.
Dirk, I don't even think you and I will remember this car.
Let's see, what year is that?
You want to make a guess?
A 1951.
That's a pretty good guess, Dirk. That's exactly what it says on this page right in
That
front
was
of
the
me.
year I was born.
Was it really?
Yep.
Oh, no kidding.
Maybe they took
you
me
won't
home in
remember
that.
that. They took you home in one of those. That's right. Must have been. Oh, here we are, folks. This is the theme trophy winner for this parade. In fact, they won another award here this year, the nonprofit award sponsored by the Idaho Statesman. So they won a cash award plus the theme trophy award. Magical Moments with the Sound of Music. Members of the Sounds of Music singing group. They're 36 in all, and they sing Christmas songs for us. They're formerly known as the Madrigal Club, and appears in the parade for the first time in their 57-year history of singing.
And trailing right behind them is an Old World Stoves antique car. This is, and I know you don't know the year of this one.
No, not
because
that one.
not even my grandfather was alive at the time. A 1912 Ford delivery car. Can you believe that it runs on its own power? I understand many of the parts are original, still in working condition. That is exceptional.
That's a beautiful car.
Sitting right across the steps of the State House, where a lot of people are assembled watching the parade, they have a bird's eye view. A lot of people lining the streets, as you can see, throughout all these pictures. And it's just a great time. We had anticipated some rain, perhaps, a little bit of drizzling, but it hasn't
Look at what we
materialized.
have here. Central Assembly has entered their Super Ark, and it's filled with all kinds of animals. Look at all those animals. We got bunnies and teddy bears, and we even have a kangaroo. And they're singing Christmas songs and remembering what Christmas is all about, which is the birth of Jesus.
Number of clowns and the horses riding down on the streets. The kids always love that, don't they?
Yeah, there's nothing
Look
like
at that big white rabbit. Harvey, I think is his name.
Is that Harvey?
That's Harvey.
I wondered where that guy was.
He finally materialized.
Now where's Jimmy Stewart?
Right.
Well, I really don't know where he is.
Oh, it's pretty good.
That?
That's pretty good.
It's one opinion. Carol Morris Horses and wagon, an early 1900 Studebaker wagon, restored by Carl Morris and pulled by 2 black registered Morgan mares.
And this little 2-wheel cart you're looking at next is pulled by, listen to this, a 20-month-old registered Morgan stallion. And a horse that young has got to be pretty incredibly trained to be in this downtown situation. Eileen Morris is driving this little cart.
And here's a horse and buggy of Terry Zerker and Robbie Typale. Jean and Terry with their 6-month-old chestnut mare, Ice Age Jewel, and her 6-month-old Cold Sky, pulling a 2-wheel modern-day sulky.
What a beautiful horse. And that horse has a baby on the other side. If you can see down in the right-hand corner of your screen, it's kind of hard to get the shot from there, but from that wide shot you can see there's a little baby right next to the mama. And you're looking at Jean and Terry Zerker.
Mr. Mayor, how many holiday parades have you seen?
Oh, boy, Bob, I don't know. I have seen a bundle, and
It goes back, what, 39 years, something like that?
not quite that far, but close.
I understand this is the 39th annual parade. We may have been mistaken along the time.
Okay, and this young lady here is the Salmon River Cowboys Association queen, Miss Amanda Petros. She's 12 years old, and she attends New Plymouth Elementary School, and she's riding her buckskin mare, Ginger.
And some dancing coming your way. The Knots and Squares, 24 participants in this float of sorts. The magic of square dance as you see it before your very eyes.
And I would want to stay dancing if I were up there.
I think so.
Ooh, I'll bet it is a little
Do you
cold.
square dance, Mayor?
I used to. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I haven't done it for years.
Now, this is true American tradition. This is ours, you know?
That's right. And it looks like they're having fun.
Oh, they're on camera, all right.
Okay. We had one with the year you were born.
All right.
This one is from the year I was. Now, should we be admitting this?
Is this a 1948? Sorry.
One dead mayor.
Yeah.
Coming up. Folks, this is 1954 Pontiac station wagon. You just saw there.
And also the horses you see, the Lightning Brigade horses. 8 participants there, the Lightning Brigade of the 4-H Horse Club.
Oh, look at some of these beautiful horses. You know, these kids get up early in the morning to groom these horses. They take care of them. They assume all kinds of responsibility, and that's what 4-H is all about. Okay, who in this group was in 4-H?
I'm afraid I wasn't. I raised a few little calves in my time, but was not in 4-H.
Did you grow up on a farm?
No, I rented a little pasture and went out and I'd buy day-old calves and raise them. Go out there with the old milk bottle with a big nipple on it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I milked cows for a couple of years. Does that...
That counts.
That qualifies, yes,
That
it
counts.
does.
Hey, here we have the Gem State Rodeo Association, the queen and 3 princesses of the Gem State Rodeo. The queen is Molly Snow, the junior princess, Amanda Greenway, the Pee-wee princess, that cute little one you see there is Tammy Pfeiffer, and the mini-mite princess is Holly Wegman. Hi, Holly.
Lots of waves. Coming up, the Blazer Horse Riding Club. True Western horse was called upon to do a lot of jobs. You've seen that in the movies. I'm sure you've seen that, Mr. Kempthorne.
Oh, yes.
With your vast experience on the farm. But as you know, the horses had to be hardy and handle and agile. They had to be tough, and you couldn't be too big or slow. And with this thought, the Blazer Horse Association was started way back in 1967 to establish strict qualifications and regulations for what they considered the true Western horse. Blazer horses are considered economical and excellent for out of the arena, on the track, endurance rides, jumping, pulling, cutting, roping, babysitting, and just pleasure.
I think a horse just about can babysit if he's well-trained enough. At least keep the kids from straying too far from home or something.
But in short, very quality horses.
And look at this drill. That's pretty sharp. You know, the one amazing thing about horses, they really can be trained. I had the experience of riding a cutting horse recently, and they're just amazing. They're so well-trained and so agile, and they really have horse sense.
Right now, Carolyn Holly out on the streets, and we're going to go to her now.
Thank you. With me is First Sergeant Bob Herndon. We're going to talk about the Toys for Tots program. Tell us about that. This is an opportunity for people to give toys to kids.
Sure is. This is the 40th year anniversary for Toys for Tots, and the program seems to be kicking off really well. We've got to work on it until like 20 December, and I hope to collect 26,000 toys, and I need everybody's help in the Boise, Nampa, and Caldwell area.
How do we do this? I know the toys need to be unwrapped so that you can get a chance to look at them.
Well, what happens is I have toy barrels out in all the Albertson stores, Circle K, 7-Elevens, and a lot of other stores in the communities. So if you have a new toy that you'd like to donate for Toys for Tots, then you just take it by, drop it in a barrel, or bring it over to Gowan Field where the Marine Corps Reserve's at, and give it to me, and I'll take it from you.
But we aren't just talking about little kids here. We need some things for teenagers as well.
Yeah, because, see, you know, the two age groups that we really end up hurting for, like the newborns, the 18 months, blankets, clothes for them, and also we hurt for like teenagers because people forget teenagers.
Yeah, and they need things like curling irons and hair dryers and stuff like that, don't they?
Oh, yeah, and you know, like the girls, they need earrings and jewelry and you know, books, you know, a lot of stuff like that for teenagers.
Super. So we'll see the barrels around town. The important thing here, new toys or stuff, I guess you could say, when you're talking about teenagers, and unwrapped so that people, you have an idea of who it should go to.
Right, because see, if they're wrapped up, what happens is that we have to unwrap them, break them down into age groups, and see if they're okay to give to kids. You know, that's what it's all about.
Super. Thanks for being with us. The Toys for Tots program. Back to you, AK and Bob.
You've seen the esteemed Grand Marshal of this parade and heard his voice for the last 5 minutes, but we want to formally introduce you, sight as well as sound, Mayor Dirk Kempthorne.
Thank you, Bob. It's really a pleasure to join the two of you. You're great up here.
It's nice to have you here with us,
Well,
especially somebody with all the memories that you have of growing up in Boise and being able to remember this holiday parade. Kind of brings back a lot of special moments, doesn't it?
Back to the streets. Beautiful pictures right across from the State House is where we're at. And we're enjoying this parade and especially enjoying the weather. A bit on the cool side. Hasn't driven anyone away. The kids certainly aren't shivering from the looks of things, and their parents are keeping them warm if they are.
Okay, we have a round table pizza float right here. Dreaming of magical moments is the theme of this, and you can see the 8 tiny reindeer and a, well, now this looks like a cross between Merlin the Magician and Santa Claus here, don't you say?
Boy, there are a few of them, right?
May everyone have a magical moment this very special Christmas season. Hey, check it out. K-Jam's on horseback this time. You got morning man Jim Dorman here, middays with Mo, Danny Jensen, your afternoon guy, Kevin Andrus all night, and Tracy Curry, news reporter.
That's
Come on,
11:40
Tracy,
K,
show
Jim,
us
right?
that writing style. There we go.
That's right. Give us a few waves, too. You can
All
see
right,
this is the
you
best picture we
buckaroos.
have to give an indication of just how many people have lined the streets for this parade. A lot of work goes into it every year, and people enjoying things because events like this just don't happen all that often. And when they do, people come out in droves to see them.
Now this has got to be the back guy that you just saw here. And
Well, hello to you, too.
beautiful
Sure, I wonder what the
horse
horses
and
think of
buggy
this.
operation here.
Coming up, the Company C 4th Tank Battalion. That's going to be very interesting to see, so hold on for that. Oh, look at the kids watching, and yes, let's keep those ears warm. That's
Yeah, I
right.
think that wind is picking up that Rick Lance told us about last night, remember?
Where is
And Rick's famous wind chill factor.
Yeah, no kidding. I think that is holding true, but at least the sprinkles of rain that were a possibility haven't materialized, and nothing can ruin a parade faster than rain. I'm so glad we haven't seen that
Well,
yet.
as we look at this this tank battalion representation here from the Marine Corps, we would like to remind you once again to contribute to Toys for Tots this year. Brand new toys. Pick out some gifts that would be nice for teenagers, too. It's really difficult getting gifts for the teenagers of the families that are a little less fortunate. And a reminder to drop your toys off in the Channel 7 lobby during the Christmas season, because we're there to help. So are the Marines, and every single one of you in this valley wants to help. I know that.
Right. Look at a dapper Marine giving us a wave or two.
Okay, it's back to buckaroo time, folks. the Snake River Stampede Stagecoach. This is the original, mind you, the original Silver City to Murphy Stagecoach. And neither Mayor Kempthorne or I remember when we traveled that way either.
Now, I rode on that, though, this year, in fact, at the Snake River Stampede.
It's a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, hang on, no bugs out. It was fun. It's terrific.
An adventure, right?
Great rodeo.
It is. It really is. I have to say the Snake River Stampede in Nampa and the Caldwell Night Rodeo give me many hours of thrills. I just love to watch.
We're going to take a look now at the Ada County Highway District sweeper. After that buggy there, the sweeper is a good reminder that our tax dollars are at work. Isn't that right, Mayor?
Well, we should probably compliment Tom McGregor, the director.
No, we haven't seen our band in a while, and just to let you know that more are on their way. The Bishop Kelly High School Band we'll be seeing any time now. Another wide view of the streets, and as you can see, the weather has not driven anyone away from the 1987 Holiday Parade. There's a good reason for that, because there's good things to see.
Actually, the band decided not to show up this year. We've got the Bishop Kelly dance team called Kelly Gold.
Maybe they felt it was too cold at the last second. Perhaps. Who knows?
We're going to wait for these girls to get close, and they might do some stepping out for us. The music is selected and choreographed by the co-captains, Shauna Hannell and Lisa Talbot. These girls attended the USA Spirit Camp during the summer. They made their own banner and all their accessories worn for the parade today. The advisor of this group is Shelley Hall.
Good example of initiative. And speaking of initiative, I just want to mention very quickly, we have 9 volunteers helping out Channel 7 in this broadcast from the YMCA Leaders Club, and that includes everything from bringing us coffee to making sure things go right, doing errands. I think this is what we surely appreciate it. Also wanted to mention that this 1987 Holiday Parade is being telecast right here on KTVB Channel 7 and sponsored in full by Fred Meyer.
And we're going to be back with you with more of the 1987 Holiday Parade right after this.
A company like Fred Meyer has a lot of traditions, but the one that we're proudest of was started by our founder himself. That is the tradition of helping others. That's why our company makes donations to the Salvation Army every year. This holiday, we encourage you to give what you can to the charity of your choice. And on behalf of the more than 15,000 employees who make up our Fred Meyer family, I want to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays.
Another look at the 1987 Holiday Parade. So colorful and so much variety. And you can see the people are just lining the streets for this thing because there's a lot worth seeing.
This is the Job's Daughters float that you're looking at here. These are for girls between the ages of 11 and 20. 30 girls in this group in all. The object of this organization is to band together girls to develop leadership, to seek knowledge, to teach love of God, love of country, respect for flags.
And right now, the Ada County Paramedics' 3 emergency vehicles, command unit that coordinates all kinds of paramedic responses. Let's give a quick plug, by the way, not to this live broadcast necessarily, but to one coming up later this afternoon. That's one of the biggest reasons Mark Johnson isn't with us, because he is at the Kibby Dome.